Game 10 is the Lions at the Bears, with a total of 45 and the Bears favored by 6.5. The Lions' offense has been one of the lowest volume passing attacks in the NFL, and I doubt they'll find more success facing the Bears in Soldier Field. If you're looking for a reason to play Matt Stafford, and I doubt you are, then here's all I got. The Bears allowed a career game to Brock Osweiler a month ago. That's it. It's hard to say why, but the absence of Golden Tate didn't result in extra targets for Kenny Golladay last week. At some point, we expect his target share to go up, but fantasy players could be left waiting as the Lions' offense struggles against the Bears. Marvin Jones has been productive with 18 targets in his last 2 games, and TJ Jones has taken over the slot role, but only had 2 targets last week. The Lions' backfield is a fantasy disaster, with Theo Riddick being the passing back, Kerryon Johnson being the early down back, and LeGarrette Blount being the goal line back. Just avoid the whole situation. Bears quarterback Mitch Trubisky has been a fantasy stud in every competitive Bears game recently, but he draws a Lions defense that allows the fewest passing attempts per game. It's also worth noting that Trubisky's best games have been in 2 Bears losses and a blowout versus the Buccaneers. His huge rushing production makes him tempting, but I question whether Trubisky can hit his ceiling versus the Lions. It's hard to recommend any of the Bears receivers, as none of these guys sees high volume of targets, and they've all been fairly touchdown dependent for their scoring. Lead receiver Allen Robinson returned to full practice on Wednesday and should be 100% for Sunday, while second option Taylor Gabriel was limited in practice on Wednesday but should be ready by game time. The most reliable option has been tight end Trey Burton, but he has 5 or less targets in every game but 1. Burton looks like a better play on DraftKings, where he's much cheaper than the top tight ends. Deciding on a Bears running back is all about game script, and this week sets up better for ground and pound back Jordan Howard, who scored 2 touchdowns last week in a blowout against the Bills. Receiving back Tariq Cohen always has the potential to take 1 touch to the house, but I'll be fading him in this game script against the Lions.